G'day ladies and gentlemen, Chaos Nation Gaming here and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be covering the Terminus Easter egg. So the first step is we're going to have to power all 3 generators. The first generator is located in the spawn area. The second generator is located next to the Juggernog machine. Then we're going to need to make our way down to the biolab to activate the third generator. Once the third generator is active, jump over the railing into the water to activate the Pack-a-Punch machine.
What the fuck now? The prisoner logs have been moved to a new location. Results we have...
Okay guys, now, this is where it comes to the wonder weapon. You can get lucky like I did and get it out of the box on the first try, which will make this go a lot faster, or this is how you build the wonder weapon. You first need dead wire, make your way back to the Pack-a-Punch machine, and activate the lift. As we're going up the lift, there is going to be a room just overhead and we have to shoot an electrical box. When you shoot that electrical box, the wire will then transfer power to another box. Keep shooting the electrical boxes whether you see the spark transferring to. Now make your way back around to the Juggernog machine where you will see the next sparking box. Then go outside, shoot the last box. Now you will find a scientist laying on the floor, shoot them and pick up the key card. What we have to do now is go around the map and find 3 terminals. The first one will be here next to Quick Revive outside. The second one will be over next to Stamina Up outside. As we make our way through the Atom Smasher, we also have to pick up a rod. There's a suitcase with a hand being held out. Pick this up, but be careful, spiders will now jump from the roof. Try not to get surrounded. Now make your way over the railing near the tunnel where you buy PhD flopper. This is where the third terminal is. Now we're going to need to make our way back up to the terminal and place down the 3 codes that we just got. There is 2 ways of doing this. You can either buy it from Peck for $5,000, which I'm going to do on screen just to make this quicker, or you can solve the mathematical problem. Okay guys, so for the mathematical code, what you want to do is take the first number value of the column and then put it to the number value of your symbol. That will be your number. Then you just use the second whiteboard to then work out your mathematical code if you want to do it that way. Now all you need to do, once you've entered the code, is advance around to then pick up the rod. What we're then going to do is head down to the docks and spawn a boat. We're then going to travel to a series of 3 different islands, where we're going to place down the rod into an energy orb to then collect souls to power it up. The first island is located just over here. All you simply need to do is wait for a zombie to spawn and be shocked by the lightning, which you will see on screen. You then kill that zombie and bring the orb over to it. You don't have to interact with X, just walk it into the orb. By doing this twice, it will then complete. Make sure you then pick up the part from the floor. If you forget, you're going to have to come back to the island and grab it later on. Now we have to make our way over to the second of the 3rd island. You will see the little blue trail in the sky leading to where you need to go. This time, it will be a poison orb. This is a little bit tighter here, so be careful to be swarmed. Zombies will infinitely spawn during this step as well. All you need to do again is pick up the orbs and run it into the portal. By doing this twice for each portal, it will complete. Now back into the boat and make our way onto the 3rd. Don't forget to pick up the item from the floor. Now for our last portal, simply do what we have done for the last 2. Pick up the 2 orbs and return them to the portal. Now make your way back to the hidden lab that we found, where you will be able to build the wonder weapon. Now with the wonder weapon complete, we're going to be finding the tentacle traps found around the map to look for a hard drive. Once you have the wonder weapon, shoot the mouth in the middle for a couple of seconds, and if it's the right one, it will spit out a hard drive. There is 2 found in the biolab, obviously that one wasn't the right one, so run over to the other exit and rinse and repeat this step here. If it is the right one, it will shoot out the hard drive like shown on screen. The third location is found next to Juggernog and the lab where we were. There is a tentacle trap there. If it's not in these 2, it's at that one. Now once we have the hard drive, make your way back up to Peck. Once Peck has finished his dialogue, he will say we need a free Nathan who can be found in the biolab. We need a code to be able to break him out. The first number is found on the clock here, which is the hour hand. For me, is a 7. The second number can be found over here, clipped to a board, which is a playing card. For me, this number was 2. The third and final number can be found just across the hallway as you're entering the Atom Smasher room. For me, this number was also 2. So now we have to come down to the middle chamber, hold X to interact, where you'll get a brief amount of dialogue. Then you punch in the code that you have. So mine was 722. Once you enter this code, you will then need to hold X on the machine if you wish to proceed. But I highly recommend you go get Pack-a-Punch, perks, and a little bit because we're going to fight a small boss. The SAM trials help out very much with this, as you can get ether crystals, wrenches, things that can advance you through to the boss without having to grind so much. I highly recommend doing SAM trials before you go through, just to get a bit more power. Once you feel you have enough power, head down to the middle room and hold X on the middle tube. For solo, only one person has to activate it. For co-op, you just have to do it simultaneously. Okay guys, so for this boss fight, it's fairly simple. Once the big huggy boy spawns in the middle, all you need to do is enough damage to him. Once you kill him, it will then activate a cutscene. By doing this, we're already halfway through the Easter egg. After you kill Big Huggy Boy, jump in the water from where he died and you will find a key card in the water. We are now going to need to get a boat and make our way out to the ship that has the giant hole through the middle of it. When you get out here, be careful, there are bugs flying around, so take them out because they can destroy your boat. Solo, just climb up, grab the canister, do what you need to. If you are playing co-op, make sure everyone is in the room before picking up the canisters. Now that we're inside the room and you've picked up the canister, we're going to initiate a little lockdown. Very simple, go to one corner and just kill the zombies as they come. If you have the beam smasher, this makes it a lot easier as you can slow them down in the room and then wipe them out. When you have completed it, a max ammo will spawn. Jump down into the boat and we now have to take that canister to one of 3 places. One place shall already have a canister put onto it. We just need to find where the other 2 locations are. So for me, this first island here already had a canister placed on it, meaning that the other 2 locations are free. The other 2 locations being underneath the docks and in the tunnel where PhD Flopper is. So because this one's already here, we're going to make our way over to the docks. Once you make your way over to the docks, the part that we need to repair is just underneath here. So if you're playing solo, using decoys, monkeys or smoke is helpful. Co-op, just have someone protect you. Once we have done that part, we need to get another boat and go back and collect the other canister from the ship. Once you have collected that canister, we are now going to be headed to where Speed Cola is located. When repairing this canister, we will then hear the robot Sam start to talk to us. She will then inform us to meet her at the guard station. Once Peck has finished his dialogue here with Sam, they will tell us to pick up a device that they have created. You pick it up from the slot where you put the hard drive to Peck. Once we pick up this device, we then need to go back out onto the ocean on the boat to 3 different buoys around the map. Before you do this step, I highly recommend getting monkeys, smoke grenades, or decoys, as after we finish this step, zombies will spawn continuously as we're deactivating the nukes. When doing the buoys, you can do this in any order you wish, but I recommend following this path as you can knock all 3 out going in a loop. Be very careful with this, guys, because it's random chance for the octopus guy to spawn on you, and he does a lot of poison damage, and he can destroy your boat and mess this up. So if you see him coming, get in and out as fast as possible. Once you see that flash on the map, that means we only have 5 minutes to deactivate the 3 nukes. All 3 nukes can be found on the side of Melee Macchiato. I recommend using smoke screens, monkeys, or Ether Shroud for this, as those zombies will continuously spawn on us. If you have a teammate there, just get one person to defend you while you're doing it. In solo, monkeys, smokes are a must. Be careful, there will be amalgams running around. There's a lot of chaos happening during this step. If you do see someone down and you need to get them up, just worry about finishing this step, because once you do, all zombies will despawn.
Or is it just desperation?
Now that we've completed this step, we're up to the boss fight. This is where it comes to getting as much power as possible, triple pack-a-punch, all your perks, gobblegums, everything necessary to fight this boss. If you can get your hands on a chopper gunner or a heli storm, something that can just break your attention from the boss is highly recommended as well, as it can save you from being wiped. So for this boss fight, we're going to have to do as much damage as possible to these red boils that you see. These are his weak areas. When you do enough damage to his boils, they will pop and they will move. Once you have done enough damage to the boss, you will see that he disappears. Wipe out all the zombies around the map before he respawns. If you're in trouble, jump into the water, as it can greatly save your life for rehealing. When he's ready to come back, you'll notice a max ammo spawns. When this happens, it means he's moved on to a new phase. When he goes into his rock phase like this, the only place you can damage him is on the inside of his mouth. He will take minimal damage everywhere else. When you see his arms raised up and tentacles glowing like this is his new phase. By destroying both these tentacles, it will cause great damage to him, then moving him onto his next phase. For his next phase, he has a massive AoE wipe attack. The best way to avoid this is, as soon as you see him charging, jump into the water. Wait for the AoE wipe attack to go, then climb up and do damage. Don't worry about getting back around to his front straight away, just unload as much damage as you can from behind. It's only once you see those damage numbers coming up minimal, like 32, that means you have to advance to the front of his face. Having the chopper gunner, or a way to pull yourself out of the system, is a way to avoid AoE wipe attacks. It's just a safety concern to have for later on. Once you see minimal damage showing up like this is when we have to go around to the front of his face. There will be the 6 glowing blue eyes. You pop those 6 glowing blue eyes, and congratulations, you've wiped out the Terminus Easter egg. I hope this guide has helped you through this quest, and if it has, please remember to smash that like button, drop a subscribe, as it greatly helps a growing channel, and tune in for the next one. Have a wonderful day, guys. I'm Chaos Nation Gaming. See you again.